The vast and mysterious ocean should be no place for humans, and yet we found to explore some of the deepest and darkest depths of the Earth. So it comes as to no surprise that people have encountered some unusual sights. Welcome to Arcade Domination, and this is the top 10 strangest things found by deep-sea divers. Number 10. Pyramids and Lost Cities. In June 2020, Canadian and Cuban researchers found the remains of a 6,000-year-old city deep underwater off the coast of Cuba. Offshore engineer Paulina Zalitsky and her husband, Paul Weinswig, used sophisticated sonar and videotape devices to find a megalith resembling something on Stonehenge or Easter Island. The sonar images, he added, bear a remarkable resemblance to the pyramidal design of Mayan and Aztec temples in Mexico. Geologists hypothesized the land bridge once connected Cuba to Mexico's Yucatan's peninsula and believed portions of the Cuban island had been submerged in the sea on 3 separate occasions. Some structures within the complex may be as long as 400 meters wide and as high as 40 meters, Weinsweg said. Some are sitting on top of each other. They show very distinct shapes and symmetrical designs of a non-natural kind. We've shown them to scientists in Cuba, the US, and elsewhere, and nobody has suggested they are natural. Moreover, an anthropologist affiliated with the Cuban Academy of Sciences has said that still photos taken from the videotape show symbols and inscriptions written in an unknown language. Number 9. Ancient Mines. Preserved in a vast network of flooded caverns, these inundated cenotes hold a treasure trove of Mayan secrets. But as a new discovery shows, you can also find ancient artifacts dating back to the much more distant episodes of prehistory. Cave divers in Mexico found ochre mines, which remain some of the oldest on the continent, which could explain why ancient skeletons float in the narrow twisting labyrinths of now-submerged sinkhole caves. Fred Davos, a diver and archaeologist from the Research Center of the Quintana Roo Aquifer System, or CIDAQ, said the cave's landscape has been noticeably altered, which leads us to believe that prehistoric humans extracted tons of ochre from it, maybe having to light fire pits to illuminate the space. The ancient site gives a rare glimpse into the lives of the first residents of the Americas. Number 8. Giant Jellyfish. You may have seen small jellyfish wash up on the shores, but the deep sea hosts 3 giant jellyfish species. In April 2020, scientists recorded remarkable footage of a giant deep-sea jellyfish. Using a remotely operated vehicle, they captured a video of the huge Stygiomedusa gigantea. These types of jellyfish have only been seen 114 times in the 110 years it has been known to science. Talk about a rarity. Number 7. Bimini Road. On September 2, 1968, while diving in 3 fathoms (5.5 meters or 18 feet) of water off the northwest coast of North Bimini Island, Joseph Manson Valentine, Jacques Mayol, and Robert Angovi encountered an extensive pavement of rounded stones of varying size and thickness. This stone pavement forms a northeast to southwest linear feature, which the experts refer to as either the Bimini Road or Bimini Wall. After Valentine, the Bimini Road has been visited and examined by geologists, avocational archaeologists, professional archaeologists, anthropologists, marine engineers, innumerable divers, and many other people. In addition to the Bimini Road, investigators found 2 additional pavement-like linear features lying parallel to and shoreward of the Bimini Wall, Road, or Lost Highway to Atlantis. Number 6. Goblin Sharks. As deep-sea creatures, goblin sharks prefer not making themselves known to the upper world. But when fishermen or divers spot them, they give off the impression of a disabled or disfigured shark. Fishermen discovered the goblin shark off the coast in 1898. They called these unpleasant sharks tenguzame, which in Japanese culture meant a mythical creature with a red face and a long nose. In a loose translation, tenguzame means goblin. Number 5. 13,000-year-old human skull. The pristine skeleton of a teenage girl who lived about 13,000 years ago, discovered in a deep, water-filled underground cavern in the sprawling cave system of the Yucatan Peninsula, provides archaeologists with an unprecedented glimpse into the history of the early inhabitants of the Americas. At the time of her death, the caves would have been dry and accessible, American paleontologist Jim Chatters told a media teleconference. Perhaps seeking fresh water in the dark passages, animals and at least one human fell into this inescapable trap. In a 50-meter deep sinkhole within the cavern, the skull had been resting on a boulder, laying upside down with a perfect set of teeth and dark eye sockets looking back at us, said Mexican diver Alberto Nava. They named her Naya, Greek for water nymph. Number 4. Sea Devils. The anglerfish, or better known as the black sea devil, remains one such bizarre marine dweller bound to give people nightmares. Scientists in the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute in California recorded the most recent footage of an anglerfish with the help of an ROV. The photos in this gallery serve as proof to these downright hideous creatures. The anglerfish sport long teeth, much resembling needles, and an odd appendage on their head. This appendage ends in a luminous bulb, and according to wildlife researchers, this bulb serves to attract fish or squid, which allows female black sea devils to secure a meal in the deep-sea darkness. Yep, only female sea devils can look after themselves and survive on their own. The males have no appendage to attract prey and resort to starvation in the absence of a male. So the male anglerfish attaches himself to a lady, and in time the two fuse together to create another generation. The male becomes no more and no less than an extra appendage for the female. Number 2. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. A sunken UFO or another hoax? The Baltic Sea Anomaly refers to an unknown deep-sea object discovered via indistinct sonar images in June 2011 by Peter Lindberg and his Swedish treasure hunting group, Ocean X. The Ocean X team claims their images show a 60-meter diameter circular object with features resembling ramps, stairways, drag marks, and other structures, which would imply the object had been created by unnatural forces. Some say the BSA could be a pre-Ice Age artifact or a Nazi anti-submarine device. Others claim the BSA had been an alien ship from ancient times. Number 1. Underwater River. At first, the thought, let alone existence, of an underwater river seems paradoxical, almost impossible. Another natural phenomenon in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, a group of amateur cave explorers discovered this underwater river in Cenote Angelita, or the Little Angel sinkhole. An underwater river occurs when waters with different densities form layers, like what happens to oil and water when combined. While the first 29 meters of Cenote Angelita exist in freshwater pockets, the underwater river below forms from a layer of water and hydrogen sulfide. A halocline, a quick vertical change in salt concentration, forms at the point between the two layers of water, which creates a cloudy phenomenon. The result? Well, see for yourself. Do you agree with these picks? Tell us what strange discovery you would like to see in person. Want to see more content? Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with the best of Top 10. What do you want to see next?